So Neptune is officially retrograde. And when it comes to that purpose that you walk in, that you're discovering within yourself, that you're learning to understand and you're learning the skills of, and then you continue on. Right now, we're looking back on the previous purposes that we have yet to fulfill. Things that we've committed to ourselves, things that we really wanted that haven't come through yet. Those sort of burning moments where you're like, I just know that's what I want and what I need. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a part of this. If you have those purposes where you're like, God, anything that I need to do, I will do it so that it comes true. We're revisiting. What are some of the other ones that you already thought about? What are some of the other ones that you're already working on? This is in part due to the North Node that is in Pisces right now, ruled by that Neptune retrograde that just went retrograde. We're reconsidering our purposes, helping ourselves understand some things. And because the nodes, the lunar nodes, are always in reverse, they're always in retrograde, we might actually get some momentum forward. Sometimes too, retrograde equals forward motion. Now, not all the time, but it does sometimes, okay? Especially in your chart, if you have anything in Aries that's retrograde, if you have Pisces that's retrograde, Neptune that's retrograde, a Mars that's retrograde, or the ruler of your Neptune or Mars is retrograde. Right now is going to be a time where we're saying to ourselves, oh, hey, you remember that thing that I haven't accomplished yet? I'm going to freaking go and do it. I'm going to go do it. Because you know what? For whatever reason, right now, with all the chaos and destruction that's been happening, seems like the perfect time. Okay, yeah, so let it be. Transition. Okay, that's part of Pisces, us being able to transition. And because Neptune and Saturn have been so buddy for so long now, like a couple of years, March 2023 is when Saturn entered Pisces. And when Saturn retrograded that first time, it went all the way back to 0 degrees to November of 2023. And then it said, hey, I'm not going to re-enter Aquarius. Actually, we're just going to move on from here again. We're going to start from scratch, which is a crazy wild side note, but anyways, moving on. If you're wondering what area of the chart this is going to be affecting for you, look at your Pisces house, anything that's related to Pisces, your Pisces placements. You want to look at Neptune, you can do that too. Also, anything in the 12th house, okay? Check out your 12th house, your 12th house ruler. What have you been working to accomplish? Saturn and Neptune being buddy. What have you been working to accomplish that you haven't fully transitioned into yet? What still needs to be brought into fruition? What still needs to be thrown into your life to say, here you go, here's the rewards of all the work that you've done, and you have the new transition, you have made it to the destination. Once we get into early 2026, we are going to have both Saturn and Neptune enter Aries for the final time. So we kind of have the rest of this year to make those transitions and make sure that we do it the way that we need to. Saturn is going to go retrograde when we get to July 13th. So we still have some time with that one. But once they both get into their retrograde position, you better work. That's going to be the theme. You better work. Because we've got the rest of this year to make those transitions direct, final, and clear. Precise, you know? Now, rest when you need to rest, okay? Don't just burn yourself out if it's possible. I say that because I did just yell at you to work, so let's just be specific, you know what I mean? Take it as encouragement, not as a command, hopefully. And then if you're interested in some further dates, September 1st is when Saturn retrograde enters Pisces. October 22nd is when Neptune retrograde enters Pisces. November 29th is when Saturn goes direct of this year. December 10th of this year is when Neptune goes direct. January 26th of 2026 is when Neptune re-enters Aries, consecrating, finalizing our era of Neptune in Aries. Pluto has an era, so does Neptune. So that's going to be a thing. And then Saturn re-enters Aries on February 14th. What a Valentine's Day gift of 2026. So gratitude, reverence, and love to you. That's going to be the time frames for transitions, okay? The dates that I gave for when Saturn and Neptune are going to be finalizing their retrogrades later this year, 2025. Pretty much everything is going to be set up into position, and we're still going to have some finalizing, completion things that we need to get done to make those transitions really firm. And then once we get into those January and February dates of Neptune and Saturn re-entering Aries and them not going back into Pisces again, we're going to see a great new big beginning. What have you been working on since March of 2023? Make it clear for yourself, because Saturn is about the pattern, it's about the details, and it's about making sure that you could work and earn. Listen, I love Saturn. It also sometimes asks me to do some things that I'm like, interesting. And I'm kind of going through one of those, interesting things right now, but I can understand that it's helpful for this specific topic. So shout out to Saturn, the teacher, the father, the god of time, you know? I really actually do love time and time spirits, and let me not write a whole love note to Saturn, but I do love you, Saturn. Thank you. So gratitude, reverence, and love to you. I think I already said it. I'll say it again. I'll talk to you soon. Keep up the brew that you do. Keep doing what you need to do. I will too. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Also true.